Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with Jaiden and Faith. Hi, Jaiden.
Hi, Faith. I missed you.
Hi, I missed you too. You guys, this is the first time Jaiden and I have spoken since Monday morning. It's currently Friday. We're recording our new episode, and I'm sure you'll hear all about James' little adventure, but we haven't spoken for the whole week.
I know. It was so weird. I wasn't on my phone. I think this was the second time since I went on like that week trip where we were just not texting.
Yep.
But this time, Faith didn't leave me a detailed list.
No. Well, you weren't gone as long this time.
It felt super long. I felt like I did a million things in 3 days.
That's awesome, though. So
It was
good.
so much fun, but I'm not going to talk about it now. I'll leave it for...
Gonna save it.
We're going to save it for later. Don't you worry.
Save
You'll
it.
hear all about it.
So good.
But Faith, how have
Jaiden,
you been doing?
I've been, great as per usual, living the same weeks over and over and over. We love that, working hard. My voice is better.
It is a lot
better. It really didn't start to give out on me until Wednesday around like 8:30. So that's really good. So maybe next week it'll just not give out till Thursday.
You're going to build up like a tolerance?
Baby steps. Well, I think that's what it is. I think my voice was just like, oh, we forgot how to speak. And then now it's like, okay, got it.
Like shocked by how much you're like talking.
How much yelling I was doing. I'm not even going to call it talking. It's just like yelling. Like I was saying to Melissa, like, I could not yell. The option is there to just not yell, but it's just, that's not the choice I'm going to make.
Like, it's not yelling. It's like, it's passionate speaking.
Yeah. And like something just comes over me where like, if I'm excited, I'm just going to yell about it, So like, it is what it is at this point.
I love it. I'm here for it.
So good. How about you? Aside from your little trip that you're going to tell us about later, how's life?
Honestly, way better than last week.
Good.
We were struggling last week.
That's okay.
You guys all saw and or heard. But no, like I feel so good this week. I think my little vacation was exactly what I needed.
Perfect.
But again, I'm going to save that. So I do have some life updates for everyone.
Give it to us.
My first one are my nails.
Oh, cute.
They're like peeling and they're all different lengths now and they're so grown out. So it's disgusting, which
it's not that bad. If you put your hands back up to the camera again, YouTube, that's why I said cute, because you really can't tell. Okay, well, that one you can tell because it's right close to the camera now.
I need to...
But like when you just did this at first, it's not bad.
Okay, well, if you see them in person, they're literally like peeling and cracking in all different lengths. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I think after this, I'm going to go get my nails done with my girl, Lena.
We love Lena.
Hopefully
I know I got mine done last week.
I know. Faith's nails look so good. And they're so like they're fall season themed.
I didn't get to pick my color. Dawn said, this is what you get. I said, okay.
I love it. With Thanksgiving coming up, I want to get like a more neutral, like not brown, but like, I don't know, just
a fall color.
A fall color.
Yeah. And speaking of Thanksgiving, when this episode comes out, it will be Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving. You Americans, not till November, you crazy people. Canadian Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners.
Yes.
Eat some turkey, lots of mashed potatoes, stuffing, pumpkin pie, salad, rolls, whatever else you guys eat on Thanksgiving. I know I will be stuffing my face. Probably taking a nap after.
Food coma.
Yeah, well, turkey does that. Turkey has a chemical in it that makes you tired.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Happy Turkey Day to all my Canadian fellas and laddos out there. Laddos?
Sure, we'll go with that. And to our American listeners and, any listeners, wherever you are, even if you don't celebrate, happy Thanksgiving from us to you. We love you guys, and we're so thankful for you, each and every one of you.
Love it.
Love you a long time.
I have one more life update.
Give it to us.
I guess two, but the last one's like quick.
Okay.
I freaking was driving home yesterday from work, and there was a spider in the car. Like, okay, whatever, if it's in the car. But it was right in my vision of like the windshield.
Oh no.
And I was like, I'm gonna fucking flip this car. Like, I'm gonna flip it. Because I'm like, holy shit. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I just don't understand. You have the whole world to roam around and you decide to roam in my car. Like, hello, not okay. I was freaking out and I had to like calm myself down. I'm like, it's not there. It's fine. And then it started walking to the passenger side and I'm like, keep walking, keep strolling over there. Yep. I was freaking out. It was pretty big. It was pretty big.
That's
and
an interesting life event that you have there.
It was just terrible. And then my last little update is the Grayson Chance album. Do you remember Grayson Chance?
No.
He was the kid that was like slamming on the piano and singing the I'm waiting outside the lines. Whoa.
No, Jaiden, we've already established that you Windsor people listen to much different music than us county people did.
Faith, this is like a classic, like Junior Miracle. Like I dance. Yes, it is. I danced to it at Edmonds. We did like a freaking interlyrical combo to it.
Windsor though, very different. No, I still don't agree that I don't never heard the song. Literally don't know. I feel like I would know exactly what you were saying and I've never heard it.
Oh my God. It's like, anyways, it's a classic. Grayson Chance. For anybody who knows who I'm talking about, like, please send me like one of these emojis, the hands pouring out in our DMs, if you understand.
Hands pouring out.
You know, like the praise hands.
Oh, that's not the same as hands pouring out.
Yeah, hands pouring out.
But the hands don't move. They stay like this and there's sparkles.
But no, it's actually, for me, I feel like it's like a motion of doing this. Ha. And like the little sparkles are like the gesture of you going,
oh,
huh.
You
know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Well, send me that emoji if you feel that too.
But I hear you.
Send me it if you feel that way too. But anyways, continuing. His album Portraits, I obviously haven't heard him sing since he was like 13 and I was like 12 at the time or whatever. Great. Like his whole album Portraits is phenomenal. It's such a vibe. Like it's a good driving playlist. Like it's like super calm. It's such a vibe. His lyrics are so good. I'm obsessed with it. So everyone go check it out if you just want like some good like new music. It's not rap, but it's like not pop. I don't know how like I'm really bad with like music genres. I would say it's like maybe indie.
Is it like the singer-songwriter category?
Yeah, it could be like indie-ish, singer-songwriter. I don't know. Just listen to it and let me know in the DMs too. So you have 3 tasks to do in our DM. So figure it out.
3 tasks. I know it's New Music Friday. My Spotify actually just gave me a notification about my new playlist, but my release radar that comes out every Friday, it's always funny because it's never really like not music that I would choose to listen to, but it's because I really only play my jazz playlist. It's a lot of just like music to do a jazz warm up to, which is great. We love updating that playlist, but sometimes it's just really not that accurate to what I actually would like to listen to.
Honestly, I would give Grayson Chance's album like a shot. I think you would actually like it. It's not the typical. I think you would actually like it.
Okay. I'm really backed up on podcasts right now, so I got to catch up on those. But my issue is one of my favorite guests that Caitlin Bristow has on her podcast. His name is Lo. He's like a stylist to all of these famous people, and he's so freaking funny. Like he comes on her podcast, and I die laughing every time. And he just dropped his own podcast, so of course I had to add that. It's called The Lowdown. So of course I have to add clever. That. Yeah. So that's just another podcast that I have to listen to, and I've got to catch up on that first because new episodes come out every week. So you got to make sure you stay up to date, or else it's just overwhelming and then you stop listening. But
oh God,
I have it written down. I will make sure to give her a chance.
Him.
I just meant like give her a chance.
Right when I said it, I was like, no. She was just referring to like the Just like the situation.
I was being country. Give her a chance.
Give her a chance.
Give her a chance.
Just ignore that. I'm tired. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And end of episode. We're done. That's so good.
How's your life been? Any updates?
It's been good. All of my life updates are kind of in my 3Gs, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. Yeah. I guess the biggest thing would be I have a new creamer for my coffee. Instead of using the hazelnut one that I've been using, I bought like an almond milk based vanilla coffee creamer, the same one that Hunter puts in our cappuccinos every Tuesday. So shout out to Hunter Wilmore.
It tastes delicious.
Tastes delicious. Yeah, you know, just trying to drink a little bit less or eat less dairy, and that's, you know, going fine. Doesn't make me feel weird or anything. It's just, you know, something that I just am doing.
Do you miss it?
Is that not really?
Okay.
Because I still eat like cheese and like all that stuff. It's just, I'm just not drinking like milk. But I also never poured myself a glass of milk and drank that anyway.
I don't know. Whoever can do that, like.
I used to be able to.
Oh, I can't. Unless I'm having like cookies and milk. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Or like obviously cereal. You need milk with cereal.
Yeah.
Whatever. I can't just have a glass of milk. Like I can't.
I used to be able to. My dad can.
So can both my parents. Like my parents are always like, oh, milk with their dinner or whatever. And I'm like, I can't. It freaks me out. I don't know why.
I guess another big life update is we bought a new hot tub.
Yes.
Whoa, so loud. Check the volume on that. Whoa. Yeah, we bought a new hot tub. We had one and it broke. So it was just sitting in our backyard, literally empty and not doing anything for a really long time. And yeah, I came home on Tuesday and I looked in my backyard and the new hot tub is there. And my parents also bought like a gazebo and something else. There's another box back there. So I think they're going to like overline it so that like, you know, when it's raining or snowing or whatever, you can still go in it. But very exciting. It fits a couple more people than our last one did. It's bigger, nicer. Super excited about that because my body is really been quite sore lately. I think just with the more like my yoga every morning and then, you know, dancing more, I'm not as loose as I used to be. Not that I was ever loose, but you know, my body hurts, so I gotta soak in the hot tub now.
Not as limber.
Not as limber as I used to be.
Not as limber. That's so exciting. Like, I'm definitely going to be coming to your house all the time.
Absolutely. Well, we already said that if we don't watch The Bachelorette with the Wilmores and Holly, you're going to come over on Tuesdays after work. And we're going to watch it at my house. And then we'll just sleep over.
Yeah.
And we'll go to work on Wednesday together.
Exactly.
Which, speaking of which, I know we're live, but people can hear our conversations. Because we don't have dance on Monday because it's Thanksgiving, do you want to drive to work together on Tuesday?
Sure.
Great.
Because you won't, perfect.
I won't be in Chatham.
Nailed it.
And that's how Jaiden and I save gas.
Da-da-da-da.
Time to move on.
Anyways, guys, enough of us chit-chatting about life updates. Let's just give you some more, but in different contexts.
Just change up the format.
The 3 Gs, the good, the great, the gross. What was good with our week, what was gross with our week, and what was great. Let's dive right in.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, so my gross. Yeah, I was like, do I want to switch up the order today? I'll start with my gross.
Yeah.
I just wrote like my anxiety and or like my not stupidness. I can be very paranoid. There it is.
Okay.
Paranoid. Yeah, my paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I feel uncomfortable, I immediately get like anxious and just want to like piece out of the situation.
Yeah.
Like fight or flight, I fly the heck away. And there was a situation when we were camping, we were laying underneath the stars at the beach at night, and it was so beautiful. We did kind of walk deep into like the dunes. We went to the Pinery. So if anybody lives in like the Windsor, Grand Bend, just Ontario area, and you know Grand Bend, the Pinery, we were in the dunes beach area. So we were walking through a little bit of like bush, I guess, before we got to this like flat out dune, and we were just laying in the sand looking at the stars. It was so beautiful. It was just pitch dark. We had a little bit of a hike to get there. And I heard one little sound, and it
You think
sounded
it
like
was a bear? You think you were gonna die?
I was like, nope, we need to go.
She was like, "This is the end."
I was like,
This
I
is
heard a
the end.
dog chain. It's a freaking cougar. It's something. We're gonna get eaten alive. Like,
Why would a cougar have a dog chain on?
I don't know. What if it was a saw, like someone. That was such a good sound.
I don't think it was accurate to a saw totally, but yes, it was a very good sound that you made.
That was pretty good. But it was just some sort of like metal hitting metal, and I was like, oh hell
Okay.
no! Like, we about to die.
This is it. This is how I go.
You know what? Yeah, it was terrible. But then I kind of felt bad because everyone was like, oh, like we're leaving, like da 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 da. Like everybody else was just chilling, and I was like, no, like we need to go, like we need to go. Like I was getting so anxious. And I was like, I'm sorry, my heart's pounding right now. Like we need to go. Like we're leaving.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that I've done that in multiple occasions. Like the moment I feel slightly uncomfortable or scared
Yeah.
about anything, and it's usually when it's in the dark and outside late at night, I get like way too in my head. Like I'm like, no, it's a murderer. Like, no, someone's going to kidnap me. No, this is how I die. This is like every scary movie. And then I don't feel like that anxiousness doesn't leave until
Yeah.
I'm either in a spot where I'm comfortable, whether that's in my house, like in my car, driving away from the situation. Like,
Yep.
I don't know how to cope with this because it's definitely just my anxiety and
Yeah.
me being paranoid. But I find it can be like on the low spectrum of debilitating sometimes where I'm like, no, like I can't enjoy the moment anymore. Like I need to leave. Like I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks, but
You got to implement those coping mechanisms we talked about with Melissa. Your square breathing, your 5 senses.
yes. It's just, there's something about the dark and
Well,
like
the dark is extra scary to, yes,
it,
to your
it
point.
really freaks me out. So I need to figure that out. It's just something I'm so terrified of. But on the positive side, we saw 3 shooting stars. So that was so
So
cool.
worth it.
That was so cool. It was my first shooting star moment. And the fact that I saw 3 was insane. So I made 3 separate wishes.
Good.
Fingers crossed they come true. But we'll see.
We will see.
Going on to my good.
Yes.
We kind of talked about it a little bit, but Thanksgiving is coming up for our Canadian fellas. And it is one of my favorite holidays because of the amazing food and just spending time with your family. And Connor and I have so many family festivities this week, and I just can't wait to spend time with my family, eat good food, be in the moment. Like it's gonna be so much fun. Like I love Thanksgiving. Like I think stuffing is my favorite thing to eat. It just tastes
Stuffing is
so good.
delicious.
It's fantastic. Like with gravy on top of your stuffing. Chef's kiss.
I don't usually do gravy on top of my stuffing.
Just try a little bit.
I don't
It's
usually
so
do gravy
good.
on top of my stuffing because my grandma makes the best stuffing just on its own.
Ooh.
So I just feel like you can't ruin it, you know?
I feel like it just adds a little.
We also don't cook our stuffing inside the bird.
No.
That's another thing. A lot of people cook it inside the bird. We don't.
I feel like we switch it up each year. Like sometimes we have it in the bird, sometimes it's separate, sometimes it's both.
No, yeah, usually like whoever does the turkey, everyone else brings everything else. Like if you're having Thanksgiving, you cook the turkey and then like that's it. Everyone brings everything else.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then we usually host it at our house, but I don't know where it's going to be this year. Like, do you usually have it at your house or do you switch each time?
Thanksgiving's never really like consistent with my family like Christmas is. Like last year was a whole debacle. We didn't even have turkey. We had chicken pepperkosh because it was close to my cousin's birthday and that's his favorite. And like that's great, but I don't like it. So I was pissed that I didn't get my turkey. I was like, it's Thanksgiving and you're not going to give me turkey, mashed potatoes, ham, all that stuff. I was like, we get it twice a year, Christmas and Thanksgiving, and now I get it once. Yeah, right. I was not happy.
Oh, you were raising some hell.
It was a diva moment, and I'm fully aware of that, but I was not happy. So this year my family didn't even question it. They were like, okay, we're gonna have turkey. And I went, yes, we are. Because we did it twice. And
You
this
know
is
what?
one of the times.
If you could be a diva about anything, do it about food.
I was like, I
didn't care.
I get that it's his birthday, but like, then we have another day where you eat chicken pepperkosh. Like, what? No, I want my turkey.
You were just
I
like,
was mad. I was actually mad.
everyone sit down, shut up, make me my turkey.
No, I was actually mad. And then my grandma ended up buying me like a small turkey. Yeah. Well, because I don't like chicken and dumplings either. So I'm like, oh, I know everyone's mad at me because I don't like chicken and dumplings, but like, if this is Thanksgiving, give me turkey so I can eat. Because if not, I'm not coming because I don't like what you guys are eating. Simple as that.
We're gonna
What am I gonna do? Go and not eat? No.
This is fantastic. This is
chicken and dumplings isn't like you make that and then you make other things. Like and like my grandma makes it from scratch. Like it's a Hungarian recipe. Like it's very much like an ordeal, which is fine. I get my whole family likes it except for me. I get it. But like, if that's what our Thanksgiving meal is, I'm not coming because you're not making anything else. So I'm going to eat my own food at my own house unless you're making me turkey. Like, I don't think it's that.
I can tell how pissed you were.
I'm still mad about it.
I was going to say, you're still heated.
I was so mad. I get it twice a year. It's my favorite meal and I get it twice a year because we don't even do it at Easter anymore.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So don't take it away from me. I was not happy. And they always forget that I don't like chicken pepperkosh. They always forget. I'm like, no one ever remembers anything that I like. We just assume that I like everything. Not true.
You're like, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. It's fine.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm getting heated. We need to move on.
So Connor and I, with his family, we're going to Spago. So I'm excited about that. They have like a Thanksgiving special. Nice. So that's going to be amazing. And then Monday we're going apple picking at Teeson's and then dinner with my family. So it's just going to be
fun.
A great Thanksgiving. I won't be as heated as Faith, hopefully.
Oh, I won't be heated this year. We're making on Sunday. I have to take my grandma to an appointment that she has at the hospital. And then my mom is going to be making the turkey and the potatoes and the gravy and the salad and the stuffing and the corn and all that good stuff. So I will be more than happy this Thanksgiving.
She'll be a happy camper, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, talking about camping, that goes into my great.
Perfect.
So my camping trip with Connor, Vic, and Zach, we had so much freaking fun. It was easily one of the best camping trips I've had in a while. We played so many games of cornhole, made bets on who would do the dishes with it. We played football, we played catch with the baseball, we played board games literally every single night, which was amazing and terrible because we're all so freaking competitive. So we would legit get mad if anyone else won except for ourselves. And we'd be like, don't talk to me for a second. Like, don't touch me. Like, I'm pissed. It was to the point where we were like, okay, guys, it's just Yahtzee. Like, we're fine.
It's just Yahtzee. It's going to be okay. It's not like it's turkey on Thanksgiving. It's just Yahtzee.
We also hiked a lot. We ran up and down the sand dunes, and freaking Connor and Vic, I forgot to tell you this, wiped the hell out running down the sand dune. Like, we were all racing and we had to like slap Zach's hand at the end. So we're racing and Connor and I are like neck and neck, and he turns to look at me. Boom! Freaking seal dives, eats the sand, and then Vic scorpions over and her freaking toes touch her eyebrows. And I won the race. But then Zach and I started pissing ourselves laughing.
Just
like
dying.
The thud from Connor's chest hitting the ground, it wasn't like a slow decline. It was a
boom.
Like just boom, he ate the ground. And then boom, Vic scorpioning on the ground. Oh my God, it was so funny. And like Zach was more nice about it. He was like, is everyone okay? And I'm just like pissing myself on the ground. I wish we had a video of it.
You're like, no. You're like, well, I'm fine. I won. I don't know about them.
I was dying. I dropped to the ground laughing. And then we decided
That's
to run
awesome.
into the cold freaking lake in October weather, like a little polar dip. And that was such a cool experience. It was freezing. Like the initial shock was freezing, but I mean, after you like ran around a little bit, I was like, hey, it's not even that bad.
Yeah, there
So
you
all
go.
in all, yeah.
Sounds
All
like
in all,
exactly what you needed.
so many great memories.
Exactly the trip you needed.
From the polar dip to going to the beach at night and getting scared, getting heated when playing any sort of game, watching Game 4 NBA Finals by the fire, just like so much stuff to remember. And it was just the best. I honestly never wanted to leave, but it's fine. It was
You'll get to
great.
go back.
Yep.
Back to
We have so many
reality
great
you
pictures. I don't want to.
Oops. Sorry,
But yeah,
everybody.
it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you had a great time.
Me too. I needed it, honestly.
You did. You did. You needed to skedaddle.
I needed a second for sure.
You needed to
But
skeet on out.
enough of me. I want to hear your 3 Gs. How was your week?
Okay, you guys. We're going to start with the gross. I feel like I just need to preface this with like it isn't actually gross, but more of like I'm kind of disappointed in myself.
Oh no.
So if you guys listened to the pod last week and you know many times before, you know I'm having a hard time with my hair, which today looks kind of better. I mean, when I put my head down, it's not wonderful, but like, you know.
No, it looks nice and
fine.
thick.
She's thin. And it makes me sad that she's thin because she used to be quite thick. It's not even the length that gets me. It's just like I wish she just was like a little bit thicker. Well, I am officially every single social media marketing head's favorite social user because I, wait for it, gave in and bought, wait for it, sugar bear hair. I know. Okay. I know everyone is judging me so hard right now. I may as well have just bought the flat tummy tea. No, I'm kidding. I would never buy that. It's so terrible for you. Don't do that. Honestly, I'm just at the point where I think I'm like willing to try anything.
Yeah.
And like and this is why, because I have Nature's Bounty hair, nail, and skin vitamins. Have that. The difference is that has a lot of biotin in it and vitamin A, where the sugar bear hair is mostly folic acid, vitamin C, and a little bit of biotin. And it's the folic acid, which is what you take in like prenatals too, that actually helps hair growth.
Yes.
So that's partially why I went that route instead of buying these again. So what I decided to do is I'm going to give these vitamins, they're expensive, but I'm going to give them at least like 3 to 4 months. And at the end of each month, I'm going to take a picture of the back of my head and near my roots and just compare and see if there's a major difference in like length and like thickness. And after like 4 months, if there is, great, I'll keep buying them because it's clearly working. If not, I'll go to the drugstore, I'll go to Shoppers, and I'll just buy more Nature's Bounty hair, nail, and skin vitamins. So part of me is like, I can't believe I did that. I just was so influenced.
No, but I mean, like you said, you're at the point where you're willing to try.
I'm going to try anything. Exactly.
So who cares? Like, fingers crossed it works. You know what
I'm
I mean?
hoping. We'll see. Because they ship from the States, they take a while to get here. So I only ordered one, and it's like a 30-day supply. So I almost just want to like order a couple more right away just so I have them when they get here and I can keep taking them like in a row. But you know, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. We're trying anything at this point. I told Nicholas and he really was disappointed in me, but it's fine.
You know, it's funny because like you said, it's like the flat tummy tea. Like it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Like social influencer. Yeah. Like
it's everywhere. But
you know what? If
it works.
If it works, it works.
Great.
Yeah. Who cares? So hopefully it works.
That's my gross. My good is, you guys, this is so exciting. Another one. I got, wait for it, my leg hold on the right side.
Shut up.
That's what happens when you teach like 7 jazz classes a week.
I love it.
So to preface, I am the least flexible person ever, which I've talked about before, but I promised all of my jazz classes that I would do my splits with them so that by the end of the year I could have all my splits down as well, because dancers, especially young dancers that aren't flexible, really don't like holding their splits. So I was like, oh, if I do it and show them that I still don't have it, like, we
Yeah.
can, like, work together. So I'm thinking that plus the yoga I do every morning has loosened me up a little bit. And on Tuesday, I went to do the leg spin exercise with my jazz class. And to my surprise, I did the preparation where you have to like reach your arm under and grab the your heel from the outside.
Yes.
And just went, and I was holding my heel still. It wasn't super high, but I was holding my heel. And I was like,
and your hamstrings weren't screaming.
and I wasn't in total pain. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So move over, whoever is the biggest, coolest thing in competitive dance right now. I'm coming for your title at the Dance Awards this July. Senior Best Dancer's mine because of my leg hold.
You'll just walk on, do your improv.
Do, boom. Not even a spin, just boom, boom, and not even like behind my head. It's literally here.
Where you're like, look at my turn.
And then just feet together, bow, and walk up stage. First place.
And then you win.
First place.
Dude, I'm so happy for you.
Exciting. I definitely don't think I could do it now. Like, I'm sore.
Yeah.
But Tuesday, I was
You're
limber. I was loose and just boom, boom. There she went.
On a dime.
Right up there. Left side, no. But right side, yes.
Left side, we'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Very exciting for me.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And my last one, my great, is my mother, shout out to Gidge, Angel, of a woman, bought me a Ninja Auto IQ single shot blender, which is so exciting, you guys. Every day, or at least when I'm home, I try to have a protein shake with other good stuff in it to stay healthy and whatnot, get my fiber and probiotics and all that good stuff. And I had one of the magic bullets for like ever, and it was totally fine, but the blade just got so dull that it took like a million years to blend anything. But not no more. This Ninja is so sick, you guys. It comes with 3 different size cups and like lids for each cup, and you just press the auto blend. I actually found I like ultra blend better because I like when it's super smooth, so I can just go and drink it back. You press auto ultra blend, boom, bam. In 60 seconds, you got yourself a perfectly blended smoothie or shake.
Yep.
It's quite loud.
It's perfect.
I will say, quite loud, but it does the job. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah, it's quite loud, so I would not suggest using it while your family's sleeping or if you have small children and it's their nap time. But other than that, if everyone is awake and it doesn't matter, it's a fantastic blender. I'm so excited about it. I think she got it on sale at Canadian Tire if anyone wants one.
Ooh.
Ninja Auto IQ single shot blender. They have a bunch of Ninja products. It's just changing my life one smoothie at a time.
Ninjas are the best.
Which I was having this conversation with Nicholas, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say, Jaiden. What's the difference between a shake and a smoothie?
Shake and a smoothie.
Because I'll tell you what I think, but
I feel like a smoothie is, this might just be stupid, but a smoothie is like more for fruits.
That's what I said.
Vegetables.
That's what I said. A smoothie is like your strawberry banana smoothie, whereas like a shake is like your peanut butter banana smoothie. Like it's like the dessert.
Yeah, but then
flavors.
I guess also it could be like a smoothie is just your fruits, and then a shake is like add your protein.
Oh, that's also interesting. Also interesting. You guys let us know, listeners out there. What's the difference?
4 things.
What's the difference between a shake and a smoothie? We don't know. Help us out.
Drop it in the DMs.
Slide on into those DMs. But yeah, those are my 3 Gs. Kind of funny today. Actually, everything I have to share with you guys is funny. Like even when we get to my Fizz and Feelings, it's not serious from my end today anyway. So
okay,
we'll see what happens.
This balances out nice because mine like starts off not serious, but then gets kind of serious.
No, mine is definitely not not serious at all.
Perfect. We're gonna balance each other out.
We're bringing the laughs today, but those are our 3 Gs, and it's time to dive into our Fizz and Feelings for our emotion series. Today we are talking about now finally Mindy Kaling's character from Inside Out. No, not Envy. I already issued my apology for that. We are talking about Disgust. Ugh. That's how you describe disgust. Ugh.
Literally.
But according to the Paul Ekman Group website that I found, disgust arises as a feeling of aversion towards something offensive. So we can feel disgusted by something we perceive with our physical senses, so by something we see, smell, touch, like hear or taste, or by the actions or appearances of people or their ideas. So something that I found really interesting on this website was that the feeling of disgust can actually exist on like a range. So the lowest form of disgust is just like a mild dislike, all the way to like an intense form of like loathing, you know,
like
wicked
repulsive.
yeah, loathing, unadulterated loathing for your face, your voice, your clothing. That's my favorite musical ever, Wicked. Let's just say, ba-na-na-na, I love it all. Da-na-na-na. Anyway, so yeah, it's
Love
gonna
it.
go from like mild disgust all the way up to like intense loathing, which is, you know, we really don't like that. But I'm excited to talk to you guys about this. Hopefully I can bring some laughs from my segment, because I definitely had a good time trying to figure out these feelings. That's for sure.
So guys, our fizz and our feelings, the time of the pod where we dive deep into our emotion and try to dissect it with however it is to us. So I have my pomegranate fizz today. It looks like Faith has a coffee.
As per usual. 11-11, make a wish. Okay.
Boom. So yeah, let's dive right in.
Let's do it.
I kind of talked about the spectrum. So
Great.
This is cool. I started off with your more like sensory kind of disgusts, and then I went into like the heavy hitter disgust, kind of out of order, and then I went with the more common things that annoy me.
Love it.
And again, all of this is just like my personal feelings. I'm not saying on like a general.
Oh, people are going to be so mad at me when I talk about mine. I already have a couple people that I need to, like, before I even say it, I have to like apologize to a couple people because I know they're going to be mad at me.
You're like, I love you, but this is what I hate,
love you,
actually.
but yeah.
But anyways, guys, disgust is an emotion for me that completely just like stops me in my tracks, similar to the fight or flight kind of thing that I was talking about earlier. The moment I'm disgusted with something in any sort of way, I need to, like, even my face right now, I'm just like thinking of things. Yeah. I need to remove myself from the situation or remove the item involved in the situation immediately, or I can't continue on with whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I start to get irritated, I start to get annoyed, frustrated, like overwhelmed, just all of the worst words in the world, like terrible, like just all of the above. I need to get it out of my sight.
Totally.
My nostril range, everything. You get what I'm saying? It just, I can't continue because it just gives me like the heebie-jeebies. Totally. And the very first thing that pops into my head when I hear the word disgust is, one, the grossest food I've ever tasted, which for me is like that Bean Boozled game. I guess that's not really food, but like that, the dog poop one.
I have watched people play that game. I've never played, but I couldn't even imagine, like, if you got vomit.
I've gotten that one before.
Vomit.
I was gonna vomit
Gross.
from tasting it. It was like, even thinking of it now, it makes my freaking stomach hurt. And like the smell of it too, which is another thing when I think of disgust, the worst smell to ever hit my nostrils, which has to be like baby poop or cow manure, at least for me right now. Like, I was babysitting my neighbors across the street, and they had two twin 1-year-olds at the time. They both crapped at the same time, and I was like 13, so it was going to be my first diaper that I was changing. I knew how to change a diaper. I took like the babysitting course, but I couldn't do it. And it was like me, my friend.
Baby poops are bad.
It was me and my friend, and then me and my two friends, and we all, like, one was throwing up in the sink as these babies were crying, laying on the ground. One was hiding in the shower. I was gagging, and I had to call my mom, and I was like, Mom, you have to come change these diapers. Like, I can't do it.
See, I've never actually vomited from a gross smell. I'm pretty good at just not breathing through my nose and breathing through my, if I smell something bad, I just stop breathing through my nose and can just breathe through my mouth so that I don't have to smell it.
See, I can't breathe through my mouth because then the smell is going into my mouth.
That's not how senses work.
Yeah, Girl,
This is
unless
not how senses work.
unless I don't know where I heard this, so this could be like 1000% wrong, but isn't it like when you smell something, a little bit of the particles go into your nostrils and like attach to your nose hair?
Yeah, that's called like just like the cells and like the chemicals. But breathing through your mouth,
See,
there's no sense receptors in your mouth. So scientifically, the reason you smell is because those particles come in,
yes,
they land on your hairs in your nose,
yes,
which have sensors on them, and that sends the signal to your brain.
yes.
You only have taste receptors in your mouth. You don't have sense receptors. So if you smell something funny and you stop breathing through your nose, like if you're not sucking in through your nose, the particles don't just fly in there and like sit on their own. They have to be like sucked in with the
No, I get that. Like
yeah.
I understand that, but for like, and my head knows like there's no receptors in our mouth for like smell, but it's the thought of it. I'm like, no, like the poop smells in my mouth. Like it's gonna be in my mouth. Like the poop particles are in my mouth. I can't do it. It's something I'm disgusted with. I had to call my mom and get her to freaking come and change the
She's
baby
like,
diapers.
Colleen, help me out.
I'm like, I couldn't do it. And my mom was like, no, that was pretty bad. And I was like, yeah, it was terrible.
Baby poops can be really bad though.
It was
I agree.
disgusting. So like it was disgusting. I could not control my facial expressions and my gut just started to turn. I just felt
You're
sick
just like, no.
instantly. I felt sick instantly and I could not fight it. Like I could not fight it until I either didn't smell it anymore or left the entire house. So that was that.
Very
Um
intense.
I don't know. Just sometimes even the thought of either like the food I don't like or the smell that makes me queasy.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have to stop talking about it and thinking about it or I'm gonna vomit. Like, well, it's so
See,
gross. Like I can't just
I've never had like a reflex so bad where I've like hated something that it makes me want to throw up. I've never had that reflex. Like some people like they see blood and that happens, or like they see a broken bone and that happens. Like I have never, not with a smell, not with a sight, not with anything, ever got to the point where I like am queasy.
that I am clearly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's only with like really bad baby poops and then like if you're holding your friend's hair back and they're vomiting, I'm gonna vomit on their head probably.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine.
Like I have to turn around and I'm like dry heaving behind them. It's terrible. I don't know. I can't describe it any other way other than just being completely like repulsed and turned off from ever like reliving, imagining that given thing again
Yeah.
without an utter and immense hatred towards it. Like it just wrecks my opinion on
Yeah.
whatever that specific thing is for sure, 1000%. But hands down, going into like a different spectrum of disgust, the worst type of disgust would definitely be when it's like elicited or evoked by one person to another. Like a couple of
Interesting.
a couple of the heavy hitters off the top of my head are like, and I'm gonna like warning, they're gonna be kind of bad, like murder and rape.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah. Pedophiles.
like
Immediately it's where my brain goes.
I yeah, like murder, rape, kidnap, any sort of like torture, like you know what I'm trying to say. I listened to a crime podcast and hearing some of the stories makes me sick to my stomach. And the fact that like people do that to others for like their
Yeah.
enjoyment or like, oh, it's weird.
It's
Um
it's absolutely like a chemical imbalance and like there's something different happening in their like brain, and I wish so badly we could, I don't want to say experiment on humans because that sounds bad, but like I wish so badly we could like scan their brains while they were still alive, like, and
mhm,
not wait till they were dead, because your brain decays obviously. Like
exactly.
do it while they're alive so you can see like which parts of the brain are firing, like run their genetics and see if there's like a gene that all of these serial killers have, which I think they actually have found a gene that serial killers have, but still like
Yeah.
there's gotta be something. And then like is it just genetic, or like is it like people have this gene but it's only turned on by a certain environmental experience, like
That's what I heard. I heard that there like everybody has the quote unquote serial killer gene, but
Mhm.
it's only triggered upon different experiences that happen in your life. So the reason why Faith and I don't have that like gene turned on is because we haven't been triggered. Like it hasn't been
Yeah.
triggered. which is kind
Yeah.
of crazy too. Like if that is true, the very fine line between like it being triggered and it not being triggered it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, biology is crazy, man.
But to finish off that little thought, it's just insane to think
Oh yeah.
how much pain and anguish people can like evoke upon each other's or upon each other and others. And if there's like ever a rape scene in a movie, I physically can't watch it. I can't even hear it. I can't even stay in the same room. I have to leave. And like if I can hear little spurts of it, I can't. Like I have to plug my ears. It just like it freaks me right out. I can't do it.
Yeah.
It's actually debilitating, that one for me. Like
Yeah.
I will freak out. I can't even like formulate a sentence right now because I can't even think about it. It freaks me out.
Yeah.
But just that type of disgust, like the amount of pain that some people can elicit onto each other and evoke within one another is insane. And then, but some of the more common ones I notice, other than like sensory ones or like the heavy hitting ones, are same kind of thing when people evoke that pain upon others, but it's more so like in a verbal kind of way. Like
Mhm.
when people are rude to each other purposefully or try to
Yeah,
scheme
you
their
really
way
don't
into
like
hurting
that.
others, it pisses me off. Like any sort of intentional emotional pain done verbally, like talking bad about someone, wrecking their day to make yours better, rumors to make yourself look better, tearing someone down, like, excuse my language, but fuck off. Like, it's actually disgusting at the lengths some people will go to just to benefit their life over another's and to make themselves feel bigger and better. Like, I understand maybe it's a self-esteem thing, maybe it's a jealousy thing. I don't know. Well, like I do know that's what it is, but like just it pisses me off because why do people think it's okay to do that just because they're like a little insecure with themselves? Like again, I understand why they do it
Guys,
and I
watch. She won't jump off my bed. Watch.
she's like I just want to get down. Poor Roxy.
She
She goes, I'm
she can
sitting
sit
now, I'm
there.
too
Yeah.
tired. But I understand.
It also sounds like your disgust and your anger are doing a nice little intersection.
And I noticed when it comes to this specific topic, which I do find is the more common one with my disgust, is
Yeah.
they do intertwine. Like I get so disgusted that I'm angry.
Yeah.
But whatever. I know everybody deals with things differently, and I'm not saying you're a bad human for like feeling a certain way in your head and like whatever, because shit happens. We have feelings. Sometimes they can overpower us. But why, like right at that point you're trying to overcompensate for what you don't have or what you feel like you deserve.
Yeah.
And why waste your energy on shoving it into something that will only temporarily make you feel better? Like it's only going to make you feel better for a second, and you're also hurting someone in the process. Like I just don't get that. Like turn that into positive energy to work on your self-esteem and like to make you feel better for the long haul, not just temporarily in the moment.
But the people that do that, Jaiden, don't know how to turn it into positive, and that's why they keep doing that.
And
That's why that
when,
happens.
no, for sure. And that's why maybe my thing is if you, because let's be real, maybe we've done it once or twice.
Yeah.
Like we've all been jealous about someone or something, and maybe we didn't handle it in the best way. So I would just love if everyone could, I don't know, if they're feeling that sort of like that, like heated bubbles, like a jealousy, mad, and you feel the need to do that, maybe just take a step back, think out the process. Like, okay, if I said this to this person, how would that like snowball? Or like, will this actually benefit me in the long run, or do I just feel this way because of X, Y, and Z? Like, is it only temporary? Like, maybe can I talk to my mom about it, or whatever? How, maybe write it in a journal and then rip up the paper and burn it. Anything but like actually relaying it I just punched my computer. Relaying it to that person, like it goes with the quote of treat others the way you would want to be treated.
I just really feel like we've segued into anger here. Like we've moved away from disgust, and because you're very passionate about this and I can feel it. We've just really moved into the anger portion of your feelings.
I don't even know, because it just when I see it being done, okay, yes, it makes me really angry. So it's definitely an anger kind of feel. But then when I see it being done, I'm disgusted. Like when I overhear people talking bad about other people, and I know that they're not doing it to vent, or like they're doing it for the wrong intentions, it makes me sick. Like it makes me sick to my stomach, because I'm like, why? Like, why? I don't know. Food for thought. I talk more about this in my quote of the moment, so I'm not gonna touch too much on it. But all in all, the emotion of disgust ties in with a deep hatred towards whatever the given situation is. Sensory, heavy hitting,
Cue the anger.
They all make my stomach hurt and immediately cause irritation and tension in every single part of my body, and I'm just disgusted by disgust. The end.
Fair enough.
The end.
We went from like disgust to I really do think. I know you were talking about disgust, but like we made it to sneak peek of anger at this point. Like,
which is kind of interesting how disgust can be like little things that are just like, ugh, to like loathing, like you were talking about.
Which is like that scale. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a fine line between disgust and hatred when you're on like the loathing scale of the spectrum.
Totally. I just think also like if something like whether you're like Jaiden and something like that like disgusts you like so terribly that you literally are like loathing it, like people aren't going to change like that. Like a person that is consistently talking negatively about someone, like if I'm following Jaiden's example or whatever, like they're not going to change like that. Like the only way that you're actually going to be able to get rid of that in your life is by you making a change and you cutting them out of your life.
Which is how I said it earlier. Like, sometimes I need to just remove that thing out of the situation or remove myself from the situation. If I can't remove that thing, then I'm removing myself.
Yeah. And sometimes that's the only way to do it. Because as much as we can sit here and preach to you and say, everyone needs to be nice to everybody. It's like that girl from Mean Girls, butterflies and rainbows. Like, it's not realistic. And I don't know. I feel like if I've really learned anything over this like last little bit, it's that like, I can sit here and wish for the world to be one happy place and everyone is going to love everybody and it's all going to be fine. But like, it's not reality. And like,
unfortunately,
instead of me sitting here wishing for that, can only worry about myself. And if that means I need to take someone out of my life, then I'm going to take them out of my life. If that means I can have a talk with them and maybe change their behavior because it's not too extreme, like I'm going to do that. But like, I don't know. I'm kind of at the point where it's like, I don't want to sit here and just wish for it anymore. Cause like you can wish as much as you want, but is it ever really going to happen? Like,
no, like
just freaking make the change.
Don't try to create the perfect world. Just try to create your ideal life and your ideal life. So don't try to change the world, every single person that walks this planet. Only take control and change your life to make it not perfect, but ideal to your needs.
Mm-hmm. Nailed it. Get rid of that disgust or anger. If we're at that end of the spectrum.
if we're over here.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to lighten things up a little bit.
Let's do it.
I feel like the only way to talk about disgust is like, we know it's gross. We know it's something that makes us like go ugh or roll our eyes as fast as we can. So I don't need to dive more into that. It's an emotion that everyone understands. I can look at one of my 3-year-olds that I teach and ask them like, what makes you feel yucky? And they would be able to tell me for sure. Like, we don't need to talk about that. So today I'm just going to give you guys the top 5 things that I'm disgusted by. They range from mild disgust to loathing, and we'll see that. So the first one is in no particular order.
Tyra Banks.
When she, and I know it wasn't her fault, but when
I didn't see the new episode. But you can still
she pulled a Steve Harvey from the Miss America pageant.
What'd she do?
when it was like, you guys are safe. And then they get to the bottom. She goes, okay, we have bottom 2. There's 3 people left on the stage, 3 couples left on the stage. And then one of the couples in the bottom 2 was there, but the other couple in the bottom 2 wasn't even one of the 2 couples on the stage. I'm like, how does that happen? How did you miss a full couple? Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. Anyway.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was a mess.
I thought she was going to do better, but anyways.
No. I mean, not her fault. Like, she's just reading a teleprompter, but get it together, ABC.
I just need to do the production.
Yeah, it was not great.
Production. Anyways.
All right, so for my first top 5 things that I'm disgusted by, it's loud chewing. I cannot with loud chewing. Strong no. And I don't even mean chewing with your mouth open. Like, I mean the people that still chew with their mouth closed, but somehow still manage to have it sound like there's a microphone next to their face and the volume's turned all the way up. Like, okay. That makes my skin crawl.
I'm surprised.
My skin crawl.
I'm surprised you haven't yelled at me yet, because a lot of my friends in like grade school and high school would be like, stop chewing so loud, like close your damn mouth. And I'm like, I am.
I must not have really been listening. I must have been doing other things, because the second I hear someone chewing at a level that is like slightly above what doesn't make me want to run and jump off of a cliff, I can feel the disgust like move through my body, and like it comes out on my face. Like, and I just like usually will like slowly look at the person and like not say anything and hope they can understand what I'm trying to telepathically tell them, so I don't have to be mean. But like, loud chewing is just the biggest no. The biggest no. Be quiet about it. Stop sloshing your tongue in your mouth everywhere. Like, it's like I can't with loud chewers. It's like so bad.
It's the sound for you. This is me mimicking the sound.
I can't with loud chewers. Like, there's no reason for you to go. Like, there's no reason.
Okay, if I could relate anything to that, it's people who, when they're making out, are so loud, like slapping their freaking lips together. Like,
oh, that's one I didn't add on here, but I'm going to say it right now. PDA, no one asked for it. No one asked to sit here and watch you make out with your boyfriend or girlfriend. No. Hold hands, I don't care. That's fine. You do not need to be making out with each other right in front of me. No, thank you. That's like loathing for me. Like, even holding hands is like, that's like the maximum. Like, PSA to my future boyfriend, if you are listening, like, if we are out in public, like, I mean, maybe it'll change eventually, but like right now it's like holding hands is fine. Your arm around me is fine, but like, oh my God, like that's so uncomfortable for everyone else watching. Like, no one asked for that. A kiss is whatever. Like, if you're going somewhere, whatever, okay, bye.
Yeah.
You don't need to make out with me in front of everyone that I'm with. You don't need to be fully touching me every 5 seconds. Like, no. I can't. I'm so upset. I can't.
I just remember in high school, people would like be sitting on each other in the hallways.
There's no need. There's no need.
We need to move on. This is too much.
There's no need. Oh, it grinds my gears. Oh, no. What you do in the privacy of your own home, live your life. No one asked to be a part of your relationship. No one asked.
What happens in the house stays in the house.
Oh my gosh, I hate it. Okay. This one, number 2. So that was a bonus. That was a bonus. Number 2 is consistent liars. And I'm not talking about like little white lies. Like, what did you have for dinner today? Oh, I had steak, when like you actually had lasagna. Like, I'm not sure why you would lie about that, but like if it comes out, it really doesn't affect anyone. Like, no one knows if you had steak or lasagna. Like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I would be lying to you if I told you I haven't told a couple white lies like that before that just like come out and you're like, I don't know why I said that. It's not true, but like, okay, we're just going to go with it because it doesn't matter. Like, if Jaiden knows that I had lasagna actually instead of steak, like, it's not going to affect our friendship in any way. Like, it's fine. Like, you like roll with it. You know what I mean? But like, I'm talking about like the lies that are just so blatantly wrong. Like, when someone looks at you with a blank face and you know every word coming out of their mouth is a lie. You're listening and you're like, that never happened. That doesn't work that way. That's wrong. Do you think I'm an idiot? is what comes to my brain. Like, if you're going to sit here and be blank faced and tell me this happened, do you think I'm that stupid? Like, really? It's like almost insulting. That's how I feel when like people like directly lie to my face. Cause like, I don't know. It's just like, I think it's for me. It's like, do you think I'm stupid?
And then
I'm just going to believe you.
Okay, if it happens once or twice, I'm like, okay, maybe it was like a fluke. But then when it's constant, constant, or my pet peeve at it, like, I feel like you might be the same, is when you're with someone and you have like, I don't know, say we were hanging out or whatever, and we had a great night. And then we go to the studio and Mel's like, oh, like, how's your guys' night last night? And I said a completely different story. Like, oh my God, we went to the grocery store and we like knocked down an aisle and da-da-da-da. I'm like, I literally look at them and I go, no.
Like, I don't get, like, stop. Do you think I'm stupid is what I have to say about that. And it really bothers me. Disgust. So strong loathing.
Many of my friends in grade school would do that. Like, we would hang out one night, we literally would watch a movie, go to bed. The next day they would go to school and be like, oh yeah, Jaiden and I went to like Shoppers last night and we were like throwing toilet paper down the aisles, da 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 da. And I looked at her, or whoever it was, sometimes it was guys too, and I'd be like, are you good? Like, I would literally call them out. I'm like, no.
I don't know. I feel like kids are whatever. For me, it's the people that at 24 years of age, we are in our 20s. You don't need to prove anything to me. I don't need to prove anything to you. Stop lying. Stop lying. You're going to get caught. You're going to get caught, and one day it's going to blow up in your face, and I'm not going to be there to help you.
You and that freaking pencil?
Loathing.
Let's continue.
Moving on. This is definitely towards the mild disgust end. Number 3. This one is going to get me in trouble, I think. So sorry to any of the listeners that may be triggered by this one. I would like to issue an apology to Megan and Q. I don't think they listen to the podcast, but if they do and they hear this, they're going to get really mad at me. Crocs. I just don't understand. You have a full colorful slab of rubber on your foot with no support and sometimes decorations coming out of the holes on the top. Like, are they really that comfortable? Like, is there really no other shoe you could just slide on your foot to do the same job but in a less ugly way?
Did you have Crocs when you were younger? I had pink ones with like little soccer charms and dance charms.
No, I don't know. I have never liked them, never will. They gross me out. I don't understand.
I feel like it's the convenience of just like slipping them on and off.
Get
and
a slide.
I get that, but
slide.
Maybe some people like the design. I don't know.
No.
What do you want me to say? Some people like them.
No. Gross.
They don't bother me that much. I'll never wear them.
I see them and I'm just like, that's mild disgust for me. Like, just very like on that like
surface
spectrum. I'm just like, really? Of all the shoes in the whole world, I get convenience. I get sliding it on. That's why I have 2 pairs of slides.
Hey,
you know,
it's like everybody has a different car.
Grab a pair of Vans. The skateboard shoes, slide those bad boys in. Grab a pair of super cool Nike running shoes that don't have any laces. I got 2 pairs of running shoes that don't have any laces. You slide them on. You got the support in the back, because I know if you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking is a saying. And I know you got to be locked in with the strap in the back. Q calls it something funny. I can't remember. But like, I just don't get it. There's so many other options. I
feel like it's a style thing. And
no,
I know
you can't even say style.
I'm just saying preference.
Style.
No. Preference.
Yeah, use preference instead, not style.
Preference. It's a style preference.
No, it's just a taste preference. It's not style. Never will Crocs be in style.
Guys, don't get it twisted. I wore them when I was 8, but I don't like them now.
And Megan knows I don't like her Crocs. Because she wears them and I go, Megan, why those shoes? And she goes, they're so easy, and just slides them on her feet. Can't do it.
You know what? We need to
tell you, I'm not crocking and I'm still rocking, so we're fine.
Let's continue.
Number 4. This is another one that's controversial, I think. It's going to be controversial.
Lay it on us.
Mint chocolate.
No, I hate it.
I like mint on its own. Love chocolate. Put them together? No, sir, no thank you. Not
No.
for me.
It's like it reminds me of the Girl Guide cookies, like the mint chocolate chip
See,
cookies.
I just because two things are totally fine on their own doesn't mean they're meant to be fantastic, world changing when you put them together. You know?
It reminds me of that, and I hate it because of that.
Yeah.
Because I remember my first time I tried mint chocolate was those cookies because of the Girl Guides.
No, mine was like ice cream or like something like that. But like, yeah, it just mint chocolate flavored anything just like can't do it. Honestly, the only thing that should be mint flavored, in my opinion, is toothpaste and gum.
Yep.
Like really just like anything that you're going to actually eat and enjoy should be a nice flavor that doesn't make me feel like I'm swallowing a leaf.
I feel like,
you know,
for chocolate, it should just be like thick and creamy. And then when you add that like freshness to it, it freaks me out.
No. So if anyone is going to offer me mint chocolate, I'm going to nicely say thank you, but no thank you.
Even dark chocolate's disgusting.
I like the dark chocolate almond milk that I have. But like to just sit there and eat a piece of dark chocolate is not for me either.
No.
I'm very much a milk chocolate kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and then number 5, finishing on a serious note, something that disgusts me is ignorance. And ignorant people. And honestly, just plain ignorance to learning anything learning about anything outside of what you grew up knowing. So the world is not the same place that it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 100 years ago, even thousands of years ago. Technology has evolved, medicine has evolved, humans have evolved. Evolution is happening and has happened all around us. So why are some of us still acting like the way it was a long but time ago is the same as the way we should be acting now? You know, like, you're wrong. Big no, strong no. Don't even go there with me. So that's the one part of ignorance that like truly disgusts me, is just like people refusing to change and being ignorant to learning new things. The other part though is the ignorance that revolves around doing things that may mildly inconvenience you to protect other people around you. So I guess selfishness kind of goes with that too. I'm sure all of you can pick up what I'm putting down, so I'm not going to say anymore, but like, I will finish by saying the people instructing you to follow certain health policies that are implemented to stay safe in the pandemic have probably paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to get enough education to be able to accurately know what they're talking about. And your uneducated self can't get past your own selfishness to see that. So anyone that has the audacity to be ignorant in 2020 about anything, wearing a mask, Black Lives Matter, cancer, education, math, science, literacy, literally anything, disgusts me. Like, just why? We don't need to be ignorant. It's 2020. Open your eyeballs. If you don't want to read a book, open your phone. Open TikTok. You can learn so much on TikTok. Like, it's just, there's no reason to be ignorant anymore. Grosses me out.
Nailed it. I'm just not.
So if I had to rank my 5, but I guess now 6, because we added in PDA, from like mild to, you know, more than that. Mild would be Crocs. So that's my least. Then milk chocolate.
You mean mint chocolate?
Mint chocolate. So sorry. Apologies. I love milk chocolate. Mint chocolate. Then loud chewing. Then ignorance. Then PDA. Then consistent liars. Consistent liars really get me, and PDA is honestly quite close. Quite close.
By the way you were talking about it, you were getting heated.
It was actually harder to come up with those 5 things than I realized. And I don't even know how I didn't think of PDA, but the second you said that, it was like something in me just like bubbled on fire. Do you know in Inside Out, we'll talk about that again, when anger gets really mad and his head catches on fire? Like, he's chilling and he just goes, ah, and his head explodes. That's how I felt inside. Jaiden said PDA and my disgust just went, ah! Like, no, I can't do it.
It's a trigger. It's a trigger.
Oh, I have one more.
Lay it on us.
If you're if you're not, and this is like the mild end, it's not life-changing, it's just like it disgusts me. If you're under the age of 19 in Canada or 21 in America, please plug your ears. Tequila. Even saying the word, no, that's the one thing that's gonna make me vomit. 20-year-old Faith ruined that for herself. No. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about that because I can't even talk about it anymore. I would just like to finish by saying it was hard to come up with those 5 that I realized, but I'm not a Scrooge-like person. I'm not a grouchy person that hates the world. I am just a regular human that experiences the emotion of disgust when triggered by certain situations. I hope I can make you laugh talking about my disgust and what bothers me. And if you wear Crocs, I still love you. I just don't understand. If you like mint chocolate, I still love you. I just don't understand. If you're a loud chewer, I still love you, but please sit on the opposite end of the table as me. And then if you're ignorant or a consistent liar, just like maybe don't be my friend. Because I don't know. Maybe just don't be my friend until you can figure that out. And then just don't bring me tequila. And just don't have relations with your significant other right in front of my eyeballs.
Yeah, all of these guys are just like,
and that's that on that. Like
there are personal ones. So if you're with us, amazing. If you're not, just listen and pass.
I want to know what you guys are disgusted by. So I'm sure we'll post something on our story on Monday when this comes out, or Tuesday. But like, slide into the DMs as you listen. Let me know if you agree with any of the things I said. Let me know what disgusts you. Let me know if you think I'm a whack job and none of that stuff is disgusting. Like, you let me know. I can't wait to hear from it. Can't wait to hear about it from you guys. But that was actually kind of fun to just like rant for a second about the things that I don't like.
Yes.
I had a lot of fun with that. I feel much better.
Let me know if you guys agree with anything I said. I don't know if that like made sense. I don't know. Just let us know. If anything you heard, you were like, yes, just DM us. We'd love to hear whether you agreed with some things Faith said or some things I said. We'd love to hear it all. Lay it on us.
Totally. And let's move into our quote of the moment. Last segment. Here we go.
The best part.
Great feelings, but it's time to move on. All right, guys. It's the best and final part of the episode. It's our quote of the moment. So you guys know we're going to share a quote that just connects to what we've talked about and just hits us in our feels. I'm going to start us off short and sweet, like always. I found it on Pinterest, but the author is H. Milne. And it just says, the ugliest thing that I have ever seen is a human being without compassion.
I almost picked this one.
Whoa, it's a good one. It's a really good one.
It's really good.
And it just relates back to the point I talked about during Fizz and Feelings, but like ignorance and consistent liars. And it's 2020, you know what I mean? Like, we as human beings are better than that. We as humans are smarter than that. And we as humans are stronger than that. Like, we all have our moments when compassion fails us. Absolutely. You guys have heard me vent about it. You've heard me talk about my experiences. Like, I'm the first to admit that it happens to me. But I know at the end of the day that leading with compassion and being empathetic and compassionate towards the people around us, and in our global community, that's right, global, not just your friends, be nice to everybody, is the only way we're ever going to come out of anything on top. Find some compassion, you guys. Stop being ugly. It's not cute.
Don't do it.
It's not cute. Not a good look.
Really not a good look.
And that's that.
I love it.
Nice and sweet. Short and sweet.
Mine's very similar to yours.
Bring it on.
Sometimes people try to...
We're just going to rewind. It never happened. And Jaiden, kick it off. Here we go.
Sometimes people try to expose what's wrong with you because they can't handle what's right about you.
Love that.
LaureenHall.com.
Love that.
As we all know, it bothers me when people try to purposefully hurt others for their own personal gain. I see it more commonly in girls, maybe just because I've had many experiences with past friends, sometimes randoms, etc. But sometimes when someone is doing something good and another person wants to be in their position, they'll start to expose what's wrong about them in order to make themselves feel better, to justify why they're jealous, and so on and so forth. And like I said, it completely just pisses me off and frustrates the hell out of me. And as humans, I always say this, we should be able to support each other and cheer each other on. Just because someone is thriving doesn't mean that you aren't either. Like, I cannot drill that enough into everybody's head. And don't get me wrong, jealousy is totally a normal feeling. But the moment you start wasting your energy on purposefully tearing others down and hurting others for some sort of personal gain is when it becomes immature and is just downright wrong. Like, I can't justify your reasoning for it at all. And there's totally a difference between venting and coping with your jealousy and then just being a straight up jerk.
Yeah.
So put your energy into things that you can help or that can help you grow, not just temporarily. But I lost my thought. Hold on.
It's okay.
Put your energy
There we go.
into things that can help you grow, not just temporarily make you feel better at the expense of another person's feelings.
Totally. Love that.
The
The end. So good. And I think, we talked about it in Jaiden's Fizz and Feelings, and we talk about it now too. Like, yeah, you can absolutely like put your best foot forward, surround yourself with the best people that you can in your life. Like, help them if you can. Like, we encourage you guys to be the best versions of yourself and like put that positivity out into the world. But like, sometimes it can't happen, like
sometimes it's hard.
Sometimes it's hard, and we get that. And like, make sure, like, if you need to have an ugly moment, like, it happens, just find someone you can trust that like knows it's an ugly moment and like they can let you have that, but then they know you're gonna flip the switch and just come back to the nice, compassionate, empathetic person you are. And just don't be disgusting.
Just have that
All the time.
know the difference between when you're venting and coping with your jealousy, which can look similar to being a jerk, but there is a difference. So try to identify that and just try your best to be a good human. But we all have our moments. Don't project it onto others. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. So sorry, everybody.
Now watch the audio on that.
Is that a loud one? I know, I went this way, so it went right into my microphone.
Anyways, guys.
Good work, episode.
We honestly had so much fun doing this.
That was I think I really liked that episode. Do we need to have like a venting episode like once a month of just like, here's the things we hate right now? So.
I feel like that would be a great idea because we both are just like so happy after just venting all of our stuff.
I said all of the things that disgust me, and I'm like, I'm ready. I'm gonna be like, I'm ready to teach tonight. I'm ready.
But I hope you all enjoyed today's episode just as much as we did for this In Our Feels season. Tell us what you're disgusted by. Lay it on us. We'd love to hear what similarities we have, what differences. We want to know it all. So turn on the post notifications, subscribe, comment, like, follow us on all social media platforms. Instagram at Let's Talk About It with Jaiden and Faith, Facebook Let's Talk About It podcast, TikTok at Let's Talk About It pod, our personal Instagrams at Jaiden Lyons and
at FNHUD96.
And our YouTube channel, of course, Let's Talk About It with Jaiden and Faith.
Yes, like, follow, subscribe, comment. We got a really nice review on the podcast store, so thank you for you guys that took the time to give us those reviews or send us a message and let us know how much you love the podcast. We truly appreciate it. We love your feedback, the good and the bad. We want to make this for you guys and something you'll enjoy listening to. We've got an exciting collaboration coming up for our guest episode at the end of this month, so we can't wait to get that to you guys. It's gonna, probably be a little differently formatted than what our episodes usually are, but I'm sure it'll bring some laughs along with some serious conversation that we need to have, and that's gonna be so fun. I think that wraps it up on my end.
Honestly, guys, just get ready for the October collaboration because you guys are going to be rolling.
Yeah,
from laughing so hard.
It's gonna be a great time. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. Wear your mask. Don't be disgusting. Because There was something I
Anyways.
wanted to say, but I can't remember. Don't be ignorant. Don't lie. Don't make out with your significant other in front of me. I will hate it.
All right.
Um,
Anyways.
I was the person in high school that I was in grade 12. This is the only time I was ever mean. And there was 2 grade 9s like making out in the middle of the hallway. Like, while like the bell had rung like at the end of first period, people were trying to get to second period. And I literally walked in between them. 1, you're in the middle of the hallway. 2, I have 4 minutes to get from one side of the school to my locker to the other side of the school. You're in my way. 3, no one wants to see that. No, at least move off to the side. If they would have been at the side, I wouldn't have done anything. You're in the middle of the hallway. You're right.
We are trying to close this out.
Anyway, I'm heated again.
Rock on.
We love you guys.
Black Lives Matter.
Wear your damn mask.
Peace.
Bye, guys. Love you.